The exhibit that you see was featured at the Durham History Hub, and they allowed us to bring it to the school. Behind the exhibit are original chalkboards. So I do want to point that out, that we do have all of our original chalkboards, and we have a set behind the exhibit. The exhibit is something that we use for our tours because it captures all of the information about the school in one nutshell. And it starts with the collaborative efforts of Booker T. Washington and Julius Rosenwald. In that time, in the Jim Crow era, the forethought of these two individuals to come together and collaborate was amazing, and we're blessed to have had their friendship. And they decided to create these Rosenwald Schools. So over 5,000 were created in the United States, but the most were, all of them in the South, and the most were in North Carolina. So we really don't know why they decided to build the most in North Carolina, but they did. And the historic Russell School is the last remaining school of the 17 that are in Durham County, North Carolina. So we start with the journey of Julius Rosenwald and Booker T. Washington, and then it also highlights the school. So the schools weren't just given. It wasn't just a donation for them to have that. It was actually an investment for the community. So if you think about the little bit of resources that individuals had during that time, they actually raised $270 to contribute to the school. And then the Rosenwald School Fund contributed monies as well, and then the White School Board. And the total cost was $3,695 in 1926 to build the school. You will also see a map of the other 17 schools that resided in North Carolina, in Durham. And then we also have an obituary of one of the first teachers, and it's very pleasant to hear the alum talk so fondly of their teachers. Usually the teachers stayed within the community and they knew the families, so it was devoid of disciplinary issues because they knew that they could go to the grandparents, and it was a community investment. And we also have the partition, because this school was a two-teacher school, and all of the Rosenwald schools had a building plan, and the schools had to be built according to the plan. Tuskegee architects actually were instrumental in creating these designs, and they were Black architects from Tuskegee. If you go to the east, because we've been there before in regards to conferences, then you'll see some larger schools, and they sometimes they had training schools, and they were two-story. So this one was separated by a partition, and even those individuals that have attended or researched the Rosenwald schools, they said that they have not seen the partition in place. So it is not on track where we can slide it. However, we do have the original partition as well. We also have an original desk. And when I look under it, it does have a patent stamp out of Ohio, Midwest, 1865. So we do have that original desk, and the school is owned by Cain's Chapel Missionary Baptist Church. So those are some of the things that you'll see on our exhibit that was featured at the Durham History Hub.